So if someone had told you before the season that you'd play 5 walk-ons at the same time and none of them were Luke and Trey, how would you react?
I wouldn't think it would be possible, first of all. I didn't expect to have any more walk-ons on the team at any point this year. But it's part of the story for this team. I didn't take this job in March of 2017 thinking it would be easy. I certainly didn't anticipate as much adversity as we've had this year. But I believe that we'll keep doing things the right way, keep recruiting the right guys, and eventually we'll hit a turning point. And I'm excited about the ability to get this thing going over the next couple seasons.
As you guys bust back from Manhattan, what kind of sense did you get from your guys?
It was really windy. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I actually don't pay attention to those guys. They sit in the back of the bus. I was in the front reading a book and intermittently checking scores. And I sensed some disappointment, maybe a little bit of embarrassment. And they took us to the woodshed. And from start to finish, it was pure domination. So I was excited to see them today and how they responded to practice. And we had a good practice with good energy. And so I'm excited about moving forward.
What book were you reading then?
Finishing up The Dichotomy of Leadership. It's the second in, I guess, a 2-book series.
When does it become survival mode for this team?
It's been survival mode for a while. I mean, let's be honest, it was survival mode once we had to let those guys go, because you're just trying to figure out how to manage the season. I mean, you're going to have to count on guys for a lot of minutes. You're going to ask a lot of them physically, but also mentally. And on January 16th or 17th, whatever it was, the day we made the announcement, you knew that what we've gone through was a possibility. Then to live through it is a totally different ball game, so to speak. But these kids have fought hard and really tried to continue to compete really hard and continue to stay together, which is really important to me. And we'll all be better for having gone through this. I really believe that. And so I'm looking forward to that day when it's better for us.
You said before that these guys still believe that they can win. Mm-hmm. After Saturday, do they still believe that, or what's that mindset like for them, do you think?
I believe that. I mean, you'd have to ask them. I think that they think they can win, but I'm not in their heads. Obviously, when we talk about preparing, we try to prepare to win. And make no mistake now, K-State's really, really good. And the team we're going to go play Wednesday's probably just as good. And those teams haven't lost many times on their home court. In fact, Tech's average margin of victory in the last 5 games is 26 against all Big 12 teams. What they did to KU was just an example of how high a level they're playing against. So, part of it is you got to give credit to the other team. I mean, they played at an elite level, and we just weren't able to match it.
You guys have been pretty competitive against every team in the league except for those two. Is that just the style that those two teams play defensively?
Probably. They're really physical, really aggressive. They can really take you out on the perimeter, which is our strength. And just sometimes that happens where in a certain year, the teams you don't match up well with as well. Teams that are at the top last year, the team that finished at the top, we matched up pretty well against and had some success. It's just one of those years where, in K-State's, for example, that hasn't turned out to be true for us.